Well, good morning, beautiful souls. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I started this video and realized I probably didn't have my mic on, so you wouldn't be able to hear me anyways, because the microphone on this thing is crap. Okay, I think what I want to talk about today is just life in general, and goals, and what direction you want to go in, and how are you feeling about where you are now, and where do you want to be? Okay, I'm pushing 60. And as you know, I'm a full-time carer for my mom-in-law who had a stroke, but I need to do something else. I need to get more going in life for myself. Yes, it is a full-time job. It's 24 hours a day, and I am constantly tired. And believe me, I would not trade it for anything else in the world because I do find it more satisfying for the soul on helping a human being than making loads of money for ungrateful companies and things like that. It's doing what's in my heart. So, as you know, I get on here and get on my soapbox quite often, and a lot of it is based in mindfulness and letting people know that they're not alone in their thinking and about being unique. And I'm thinking even more so of going down the mindfulness route, the hypnotherapy route, that sort of thing, because I do know, and I don't like to say this, but this isn't going to last forever. And I want something to do in the humanities. Now, I don't know if any of you have come across that where you just feel, I don't want to say the word stuck because I'm not stuck. Oh, there's my kitty Cuddles. Hey, T-Bone. His name's actually Tyler, but I call him T-Bone. He tries to be tough, but he's not. I need to pursue something else. I need to feel within myself that I'm doing what I meant to do. So I'm I'm even going to try harder to work on all that in between everything else. Yeah, I'll start putting the things together, the workshops, the workbooks, and I do want to teach eventually mindfulness coaching. And I shouldn't call it coaching, but that's the label everybody understands. And it's teaching people how to teach people. I know this is going to sound weird. It's not a one-on-one coaching. It can be, but it's not. If you understand where you're coming from and the tools and techniques to get to that point to feel or to understand where you're coming from, would it not be better to teach somebody else how to do the same thing? Instead of just coaching them through it, give them the tools to do it for themselves so they always have it. It's just not a case of, open-ended questions to make them think. It's a large amount of that, but it's also giving them that ability. This is why we asked open-ended questions. So when they're in a conversation with somebody else who is going through a tough time, they have that ability to naturally, ask the open-ended questions, know how to pull out the information of other people. And when you start doing that, it's amazing how much you can do it for yourself if you're a true humanitarian. I I've seen a lot of over my years, and a lot of them in the mental health profession. They're there just because it's a job. It's not about helping the person. It's tick this box, tick this box, tick this box. There's no gray area. It's black or it's white. No in between. And that's not life. Everybody has different circumstances. Everybody has a different, user manual of their life. It's their journey. It's not your journey. It's not the journey in the textbook. And it's all about empowering them, all about giving them the tools, not just ticking a bunch of boxes. But having said that, that is for the people who want to be helped and to move on and to go forward in life and not live like that anymore. There's a lot out there who enjoy their drama They prefer to stay in their drama because why? It gives them attention and this, that, and the other thing. But where is it getting them? It's not getting them anywhere. And when I hear people say, oh, why me, why me, why me? Well, why don't you stop instead of asking me that question? Ask yourself that question. Why you? First off, you're keeping it going by saying, why me, why me, why me? You're just pulling it in. The universe will give you what you want. And that's part of it. So I'm thinking long and hard about it. Is it something I can do in between, Carrie? Is it something I can do in the evenings? You know, that sort of thing. And it's just getting going, where to start, where to finish, get the momentum, get the inertia, which can be kind of hard when you're tired. But is that tiredness because, I may have this purpose in life, but I also need to keep going with the generalized purpose in life? I need to do something for myself that I can go out and benefit others. It's just a thought. It really is. And I could sit down and goal set and say I want to do it by this timeline, by this timeline. That's all good and well. And life can throw you a curveball, big time, to say, okay, now I'm going to get up every morning and do videos. Yeah, good luck with that. When you have bad nights, you try to get sleep when you can. That's just a given. You just nap when you can, do what you can, and then try to get back on schedule. I get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, but the past little while, I haven't been. That's why I've just been very tired, and it's constantly on the go. It's not only the physical aspect, it's physically, mentally, emotionally, you get drained because you're caring for someone who you love, and it's hard, very hard to see them in any kind of pain or discomfort or anything like that. So that's where it takes the emotional toll. And mentally, it's like, oh, I've been trying to do, weekly meal plans. So I know exactly what to get at the grocery store, exactly what we're cooking the following week. But here's the kicker. I got to try and plan these meals that everybody can eat them. So I'm not making multiple meals, but yet to satisfy the nutritional needs of my mom-in-law. Now, one of the big things is she has this other condition that I'm not going to give any energy to. And when you do your research on it, a lot of it comes down to wheat, inflammation, things like that. And wheat will cause inflammation of the joints. So she's in a lot of pain. She's on painkillers. She's on steroids. And if we can change her nutrition to bring down the inflammation and work on it that way. I know she's 89, and I do know, the clock's ticking here. But I'd rather have quality of life for her than to be in constant pain and all these other side effects that are kicking off because of what she has to take. When if we could say get her off the steroids and get it leveled out, that she can actually be comfortable to try and do that. Well, her diet consists of a lot of bread, and I've been trying to find different things to substitute with, different exciting breakfasts. Every morning she gets, an egg. Definitely she gets an egg. Now, whether she gets a cheese omelet, scrambled eggs, or a fried egg, she'll get bacon and sausage. Yes, I'm going for the low carb option. Why? Because it cuts down on inflammation. I'm not saying keto. I'm not saying no carbs. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm trying to cut the crap out of her diet. Her diet used to be high in sugar because on that bread, she would have jam, the sandwich spread. She loves her biscuits, her cakes, her cookies. So I make dessert. But what do I use? I use, I don't know if I can say it on here. This isn't an endorsement in any way, shape, or form, but there's two things I use, xylitol, and I think it's called Pure, that I use here in the UK. It's derived from fruit sugar. It's not refined sugar or sugar cane. So she's still getting her desserts and she's still having a sweet tooth, but she's getting something she enjoys. So trying to balance all that out. It does kind of, you know, take a toll. You get tired. You're trying to shake it up a bit, but we'll get there in the end. We certainly will. It just seems every review, and obviously she's housebound, so everything has to be done here over the phone. There's something else. And it's like, oh, okay, let's see what we can do about that. So, okay, I'm on my soapbox like I pretty much do every video, but I just wanted to get out there and just say hi and where I'm at and trying to sort out things in life. Do you have a purpose in life you're trying to fulfill? Do you even know what your purpose in life is that you're trying to fulfill? That'd be interesting to know. I do know what mine is, and I'm doing it right now. It involves the humanities, but I want to kick it up a notch and take it out there further. Okay, my lovelies, you know what I'm going to say. Be kind, be loved.